to Jenny's kitchen. And look at all these lemons. So guess what we will be making today? Aguachile. Everybody has been asking me and requesting to make aguachile. So this is the way that I do it. So let's get started. You're gonna need 4 pounds of shrimp. That's what I'm gonna use. And you're gonna need 4 pepinos. I love pepinos. Who doesn't, right? I just love the smell of it. And then it's great for your skin. Lots of lemons. Chile serrano. Cebolla morada, the purple onion, and a little bit of the black pepper. All right, so let's start peeling these shrimp. All right, guys, so this is a cool trick that I saw on TikTok. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but you're supposed to devein your shrimp with a fork really quick. So let's see if I'm doing this right. Okay. Oh, there it goes. So it's supposed to help you, and it deveins it. And of course, if there's anything like left over, just clean it out with your water. I always like to use a bowl with water when I'm working with shrimp. That way I can just kind of like wash it like a pre-wash. So let's see if I am able to do it again. And there you go. And see, all that vein is out. Cool, I like it. All right, guys, so let me start. I have a lot to do. I'm actually using the 2630 for this aguachile, and because it's gonna go on a tostada anyway, but you can use a larger one if you like. I'm gonna use this one, like I'm fine with this. And there's a lot to peel and devein, so let me get started peeling these away. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, so after doing a couple, I think I got it. So what I did, I just do a little push. I separate the tail from the skin, and it just helps me faster. And then that way, everything comes out much easier. Look at that. Wow, look how clean the inside of the shrimp is. And again, I want to make sure I get that little black vein out, and I just do a little quick, I go in with the fork. All right, guys, so let's try it again. So again, you just give it that little push to separate the tail. And you want to insert your fork slowly. Make sure that you guys don't destroy your shrimp. And just like that, look how pretty. All right, guys, so now that we've cleaned our shrimp, that we took that vein, the top and the bottom one, now it should look like this, really nice and clean. So now let's butterfly it. So you grab a really sharp knife. Just be careful that you do not cut yourself. And you just split it just like this. And you start laying it down on your platter. All right, so let me start cutting the rest. And guys, this is the perfect appetizer when it's a really, really hot day, or when you have family over and you want to give them something really, really good. This is the perfect appetizer. Yeah, it's a little bit of time consuming, but it's so well worth it at the end. Maybe you can have your spouse, your kids to help you in the beginning. I mean, they will enjoy the dish too, right? My kids are always helping. My husband's always helping, because we're pretty big family, so we are always helping each other. All right, guys, like I was saying, you butterfly them nice and clean. Once you're done with all that work, now you start laying it down just like this on your platter, because this is when you want to start squeezing the lemon, the lime, whatever you want to use. And actually, that is your preference. Whatever I have in my pantry, that's what I use, or whatever I find on sale, that's what I use. But if you have a preference, then you know, you get whatever lemon or lime of your choice. I'm gonna be using the limon mexicano for this recipe. I think it's the best one, but again, It's totally your choice. I think I'm gonna need another platter for this. So I wanna make sure that the shrimp cooks really well in the lemon. I don't like it half raw, half cooked. I like mine really cooked. And if you find stuff like this, just pull it out, because you will find some. So just make sure you always keep an eye out for those little veins, those little suckers. Hey guys, so I went to go wash my hands because now it's time to squeeze that lime or lemon on your shrimp. So I'm gonna be squeezing it just to make sure that I get every little part of the shrimp. And I already had pre-squeezed some lemon. So this is pure lemon juice. And in here, I think we have like 30 of the limon mexicano. So I'm going to just drizzle, just to make sure it's well covered. I think I need a little bit more on this side. And I don't want to pour all of it. Again, this is only half of the shrimp that I cut. I have the other half in the other part. And so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to let it sit and cook for 2 hours. Yes, I like mine really cooked. Again, you can cook it for the amount that you desire. If you like it half cooked, half raw, it's totally up to you, but I don't. So I'm going to fully cook this in lemon, and I'm going to put it in the fridge for 2 hours. So then I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so now I put my shrimp in the fridge, and again, I'm going to leave it there for 2 hours. So now I'm going to show you how my dad showed me how to cut the cucumbers. So on the tip of your cucumber, once you cut it, just like this, you want to make sure that you get a little bit of the salt, and you put it on the top, just like this, and then you just rub. This, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is supposed to help it not get bitter. Once you start peeling it and cutting it, it doesn't get bitter. So let me get more salt. Rub it again. Make sure that you use the right end, okay, to your pepino. So just like this. So then now you peel, all right? And so now that's when you start peeling. That way you don't spread the bitterness on your pepino. I always do it like this. I don't know if it's true or not, but just in case, I do it. And my dad, again, he's known for, where he's from in Chapala, Jalisco, he's known for being the Jesus el Ostionero. And he also did cocteles, and he honestly, he does, not just because he's my dad, but he makes the best cocteles. So everything he tells me, I just do it. I trust him. He's proven already that that he works well with seafood. So just like this. Okay, so let me cut this. Cut my other one. Get my salt. And I love the fresh smell of the cucumber. I don't know what it is, but I just love that smell. Rub it just like this. So once we are done peeling our pepino, the cucumber, then we just cut it in half. Just like this. This is just, it's really an option thing if you want to leave your seed or not. I'm going to take it out. You don't have to, but I'm just going to take it off. So I just get a spoon and I just scrape it all off. Just like this. My dad also told me that the seed is what makes the cucumber go bad faster. So in case if you want to leave it overnight. Ooh, that smell of the cucumber. Okay, so let me clean this up, and then now we're going to start cutting our cucumber. Alright guys, so we are going to start cutting the cucumber really nice and thin. Again, this is just for presentation. It's totally up to you how you want to cut it. I see different people dicing it. A lot of people leave it in like julienne, but for me, this is how I do it. And after my shrimp is cooked for 2 hours, then that's when I start adding my pepinos. And it's just gonna look really pretty at the end, you'll see. All right, let me finish this up. All right guys, so I'm all done cutting my cucumber, and it should look like this, really pretty. So now let's put this aside so we can get started with our onion. Now a lot of people, they have preference of cutting their onion in certain ways, and I don't know, I just cut mine. No way, I like to cut them. So this way, I'm going to start by, again, really thin. For the aguachile, you want to make sure that you cut your veggies more thin than thicker, because they're going to be in that lime juice. So let's remove all those big thick parts out and just cut them away. For this recipe, you want to make sure you use plenty of onion. So I am going to be using 3. And this one might be too big, so I'm going to use a smaller one. But, I mean, that's the whole point of this recipe. Lots of pepino and lots of purple onion. If you don't have the purple onion, I mean, I guess it's okay to use the white onion, but the recipe calls for the purple onion. Ooh, that one's live. Okay, so if they start coming apart, just get them individually and try to cut them really, really thin. Beautiful, look at this. Look how beautiful that looks. Beautiful. Hey guys, so I'm done cutting my onion, and I just decided to use the 2 large ones because the other one was way extra big, so I'm not going to use that one. I guess I'm so used to cooking large amounts, and every time I'm eyeballing things, so I'm just going to use 2. Alright, so let me throw this away so we can start blending our chile serrano. Alright guys, so I went to go wash my chile serranos, and I have my cilantro here. And with this recipe, from what I've heard, is that you want to keep the stem on the cilantro because that's what gives it the flavor. So I've always liked it. I've enjoyed it. If it's fresh, like I've mentioned before in my other videos, I do like to use it myself on my salad, on my ceviche, but only if it's nice and fresh. So for this recipe, I'm going to be using 10 chile serranos. Put it in the blender. I'm going to be using oh, look, I think there's another one. So it's a total of 10 chile serranos, and I'm going to be using a handful of the cilantro, and I'm going to be using the stem and all. For this recipe, I'm not going to use a nor suiza this time. I'm just going to use a plain old salt. And I am going to, since I didn't put any salt whatsoever on the shrimp, I'm going to make sure that I add enough to my blender. So it's pretty much like 3 big pinchfuls. And I saved some of that lime juice, and we're just gonna pour it off. A little bit of the black pepper, just a little bit, and this is totally optional. And now we blend. Perfect. So with this Vitamix, like I've told you before, this is my old Vitamix blender that I've had for almost 20 years. I got it from Costco, so if you guys want a really nice blender, go invest a little money there. Alright, so let's go check on our shrimp if they're ready. Because I already have my onions ready, my cilantro. Oh, no, wait. I have the cucumber, the onion, my cilantro and serrano sauce. And so we're just waiting for the shrimp. Alright guys, so I just pulled this out of the fridge and it's been sitting there for an hour and a half. So the remaining 30 minutes, I want to add my serrano sauce. And I personally like to drain the first juice, the lemon juice that I added, because I feel like the shrimp releases all that, I don't know, that one layer of juice. So I just want to dump that out. And believe me, that one extra step you're going to like. So let me go drain this. Alright, so I have drained my very first lime juice. And again, I'm going to go ahead and drench it with my serrano sauce. But before, I want to start layering it with my purple onion. I'm just going to use half because I have the other half of the shrimp still in the fridge. So like lots of pepino, lots of cucumber, so just like this. And I like to mix it up before I add my serrano sauce. So like I was telling you, you want to make sure that you leave the serrano sauce in there for another 30 minutes, just because you want to make sure that you blend all those flavors. Just a little more, just like this. Okay, so now our serrano sauce, just like this. Look at that beautiful color. So again, I'm saving half for the other platter. Now, let's give it a good mix. So I went to go get my tongs, and I am just gonna give it a really nice, quick mix, because you wanna make sure that all your flavors are well incorporated. And I love to add additional cilantro. So this, I just want to let it sit for another 30 minutes, okay? After you pour your serrano sauce. And look at that. Look at, if it was almost cooked, it just kind of finished cooking with the fresh lime juice that you just added, that the serrano chile has. And I like to add more of the cilantro, just like this. Just like this. Beautiful! Oh my gosh, I wish you guys can smell this. It smells so good. Se me hace agua la boca. And again, this is optional. I like to add avocado. Alright guys, so remember, we have to work with what we have. So this is the avocado I had. I didn't want to run to the store, but this is as good as I can get right now. So now I'm just gonna start throwing my avocado on the top, just like this. And that's, to me, that's beautiful. This avocado is still edible, still good. Look at this. I'm telling you, con una cervecita bien helada. Even though I have my wine. Okay, let me get the other half. Listo! Okay, guys, so let me give it another flip. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it back in the fridge for another 25 minutes. And then it should be ready. To add on your tostada, put some mayonnaise. I like to put mayonnaise on my tostadas. So if you don't want to, you don't like it, you don't have to. But I'm gonna show you how I prepare mine. All right, let's put it back in the fridge. All right, guys, so now that I already pulled my shrimp out of the fridge, it's been fully cooked for 2 hours. So now this is the way I like to eat my aguachile. I like to put mayonnaise. So, here's some mayonnaise. I spread it on my tostada, just like this. Nice, okay, so now I decorate my tostada just like this. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to bite this. I've been waiting 2 full hours for this. It's pepino, because I love pepino. Alright, if you like to put more chile, more tapatio, then go for it. I'm gonna eat it just like this. So let's try it. Oh my god. This is messy, but it's so good. Let me get a napkin. Alright guys, this aguachile is bomb ass. So don't forget to give me that like and that subscribe. Bye, see you later.